OK Corral by the Earps and Doc Holliday. So then after that they had what they called a walk down Allen Street. That's kind of like a funeral procession today, but a little different. Back then they had horse-drawn hearses, and everybody would walk behind them all the way up to Boot Hill for burial of the bodies. So when we go in here, I'll show you where the headstones are of the 3 that were actually killed at the OK Corral gunfight. Out of the right side of the trolley here, across the fence, you'll see a tall headstone right back of that cactus there. Well, that tall headstone is the epitaph of who lies there from left to right. So it goes Tom McClary, Frank McClary, Bill Clanton. That's the 3 that were killed at the gunfight. Right here next to the fence there's a smaller headstone with a little flag on it. That was Old Man Clanton. He's the guy that had the ranch 3 miles out of Tombstone on Charleston Road. He's the one that hired Johnny Ringo, Curly Bill Broshoff, Billy Claiborne, and of course all his sons were all Red Sash Cowboys because they were sent to supply the beef for Tombstone back then. Most of that beef did come off of their ranch. That's why Old Man Clanton's dead there, but he got killed down in New Mexico by the Mexicans for stealing their cattle. So they're pretty much all a bunch of outlaws, really. They got a famous headstone here too, an epitaph on a headstone. It reads like this. It reads, "Here lies Lester Moore. 4 slugs from a 44. No less, no more." So it was 1882. They thought, well, maybe we should figure out just how many people really live in Tombstone. So they did a census. The way they did that census was through the voters. Back in those days, in order to vote, you had to be a white male, 21 years or older in order to do so. So that number came up to 10,000 people. Now you figure between all the women and the children and the other nationalities, workmen lived here and called this home. It was illegal for them to vote. There was well over 12,000 people that lived in Tombstone by 1882. That's why it was one of the largest cities around back then. Cities had that much population. Today, the population of Tombstone is 1,330 people. On our right is where Virgil Earp lived, this corner lot right here. They had to rebuild this place because his original house did burn down. And on our left, Wyatt Earp's house. That was his corner lot. So all the Earps lived within a block of each other, off of Fremont Street. This is Fremont Street, and that's what the locals called the gunfight back then too. It was a gunfight on Fremont Street, not the gunfight at the OK Corral. That was Hollywood that started that, but it sounded better for their movies. History tells us the real gunfight happened in an open lot off of Fremont Street behind the OK Corral. There's the OK Corral, here's the open lot. So the 3 were killed right here. That's the headstones I just showed you. Flying photography, that's where the Earps and Doc Holliday were said to have come in from that angle and get ready to disarm the Clintons and McClarys there. Up on our right, you'll see that big brick building. That is